Hello everyone, my name is Ali, PhD in Technology and Innovation Management. My work primarily focuses on technology strategies and how to develop and implement them with organizations and startups. Today I am here to share a collection of knowledge and experiences I have gathered over the years. The main sources of this course include academic teachings, hands-on experiences in the real world, and key books like Contemporary Strategy Analysis. My goal is to help you gain a deeper understanding of strategy and master it. Join me on this journey and let's revisit the world of strategy step by step in a comprehensive manner. Hey everyone, think about any industries you know. Has it always been the same? Probably not. The business world is constantly changing, and so are the industries within it. Understanding how these industries evolve is super important for us as the future business leaders, so we can see what's coming and ready to adapt. This slide introduces the concept of industry evolution and emphasizes its dynamic nature. It highlights the importance of understanding how industries change over time for effective strategic management. By grasping the pattern and drivers of industry evolution, firms can better anticipate future change in their competitive environment and formulate appropriate strategic responses. Just like living things, industries tend to go through different stages in their life. We often talk about this as industry life cycle, which has four main parts. When the industry is just starting out, introduction. When it's growing really fast, when it reaches a stable point, maturity. And sometimes when it starts to shrink, decline. Each of these stages brings its own set of challenges and chances for business. This slide also introduces the industry life cycle model as a well-known framework for understanding industry evolution. It outlines the four primary stages that industries typically experience. The introduction or emergence stage, characterized by low sales or market penetration. The growth stage, marked by rapid market expansion. Maturity stage, where growth slows and competition intensifies. And the decline stage, characterized by decreasing demand and market contraction. Imagine when a brand new type of product or service first come out. That's introduction stage. Sales are usually pretty low because not many people know about it yet. The focus here is on making people aware of what it is and what it does. There aren't usually many other companies doing the same things. And the price might be a bit higher because it costs a lot to develop and produce in small quantities. This slide describes the introduction or emergence stage of the industrial life cycle. It highlights key characteristics such as low sales volume, low market penetration as customers are unfamiliar with the new product or services, a limited number of competitors, and often high prices due to factors like low production volume and significant initial development costs. The primary focus for firms in this stage is on the product innovation and building market awareness. Once people start to realize the value of the new product or service, the industry enters the growth stage. Sales really take off, and lots of new companies jump in to get a pieces of the action. The focus now is on making the product even better and reaching more customers. I also see prices start to come down a bit as more companies are competing. This slide describes the growth stage of the industrial life cycle. Key features include a rapid increase in sales volume and market penetration as more customers adopt the product or service. The number of competitors entering the market typically grow significantly during this stage. The focus of competition often shifts toward product refinement, differentiation, and expanding market reach. Prices may begin decline as production volume increase and competition intensifies. Eventually, most industries reach a point where the growth starts to slow down. That's maturity stage. The market is pretty saturated, and there are usually a lot of well-established companies all fighting for the same customers. Competition becomes really intense, often focusing on price. Businesses in this stage need to be really efficient, keep their costs down, and work hard to hold on to their share of the market. This slide describes the maturity stage of the industrial life cycle. In this stage, market growth typically slows down considerably, and the market often becomes saturated. There is usually a high number of established competitors, leading to intense rivalry and price competition. The strategy focus for firms in this stage often shifts towards improving efficiency, reduce cost, and maintaining or defending their market share. Sometimes an industry will eventually enter a decline stage where the demand for its product or service starts to shrink. This might happen because of new technologies or changing customer preferences. In this stage, some companies might try to squeeze out as much profit as they can in the short term. Others might focus on serving a small specific group of customers. Some might just decide to leave the industry altogether, and others might try to buy up their remaining competitors. This slide describes the declining stage of the industrial life cycle, characterized by a sustained decrease in demand for the industry's products or services. The number of competitors may begin to decline as some firms exit the market. Firms in this stage face strategic choices such as harvesting, which involves reduced investment to maximize short-term cash flow, maintaining, which focuses on serving a profitable niche segment, exiting the industry entirely, or consolidating, which involves acquiring remaining competitors to gain market share. So, what are the main things that cause industries to evolve? Two big factors are demand growth, whether more or fewer people want the product, and knowledge diffusion, how quickly information and skills spread about how to make and sell the product. These two things really drive how an industry moves through its life cycle. This slide explains the primary drivers of industry evolution. Demand growth refers to the overall increase or decrease in the total market size for an industry's production or services. Knowledge diffusion involves the spread of information, expertise, and best practice related to products, production process, and competitive strategies throughout the industry. These two factors play a significant role in shaping the dynamics of competition and progression of industries through the different stages of the life cycle. Even when no industry is changing, it can be really tough for companies to adapt. There is often a kind of built-in resistance to doing things differently. We call that organizational inertia. Plus, the decisions and investments a company has made in the past can sometimes limit what it can do in the future. That past dependence. And let's be honest, changing a company's culture or developing new skills take time and efforts. This slide discusses the challenges that organizations often face when try to adapt to industrial evolution and implement strategic change. It introduces the concept of organizational inertia, which refer to tendency of established organizational routine, structures, and practices to persist over time, making it difficult to embrace change. It also explains past dependencies, where past decision and investment can create constraint on future strategic choices. Furthermore, the slide acknowledged the inherent difficulty and time required to deeply change organizational culture and develop new capabilities. So, how do companies successfully navigate this change? It takes strong leaders who have a clear idea of where they need to go. It also means developing what we call dynamic capabilities, the ability to be flexible and adapt quickly. This involves encouraging new ideas, learning from our experiences, and being ready to respond to big game-changing innovation that may come along. This concluding slide focuses on how organizations can effectively manage strategic change in response to industrial evolution. It emphasizes the importance of a strong leadership and a clear strategic vision to guide the change process. The slide introduces the concept of dynamic capabilities, which are the abilities of an organization to integrate, build, and reconfigure internal and external components to address rapidly changing environment. It also highlights the importance of fostering a culture of innovation and continuous learning, as well as being responsive to disruptive innovations that can reshape industries. In this session, I have written important term and definition for each term, which you can use for further study.